That is an interesting.
Hello?
Hello? That's how I feel about it.
It's got... I want to get a good angle.
No,
it's a very interesting picture.
It looks like a parent and a child.
Yeah, I don't want to be cheesy, but it's got a haunting quality to it. It really does.
Rather haunting.
No, I agree. I asked the kids, I go, what does that look like?
It looks
like it looks like this, it looks like that. I'm like,
it looks like a couple of things.
It looks like, to me, it looks like a parent and a smaller child. And
yeah, I can see that.
And it's a parent talking to a child.
I see a hugging.
Oh yeah, here's the parent and here's this younger child here.
you know why I initially bought it? Because it was questionable, but I felt like it looked like a woman drinking coffee.
Huh.
Oh, well,
See,
yeah.
That's the beauty of art, is that it's open to interpretation. Yeah.
You can do a lot of interpretation.
No, there was somebody in that room.
Yeah.
What's my daughter's name?
Has she, well, just yes or no, has she had any problems in there? Because I feel energy literally doing a pacing.
Why don't you sweep it with the full spectrum real quick?
About 2 weeks ago, her and her boyfriend, something happened between them, and she hasn't been the same since. They haven't been the same since. Like,
because something feels weird there.
she's not right now.
But
yeah.
But I have to do my whole walkthrough, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So today we are out here in Citrus Heights, California, and we're trying to find some answers for our client. There is an interesting energy about the space. There's a lot of light, there's a lot of love, but there's all this other weird stuff that's going on, a very strange dynamic that I'm just not sure what fits where. I'm trying to desperately put all the pieces of the puzzle together as I'm starting the intro, and I haven't even started the walkthrough yet. Yeah. I haven't really fully opened
And I'm
yet.
seeing movement in the room behind you.
Yeah, I know. I saw somebody walk in there.
Yeah.
It's literally like two different souls. Like I saw somebody, like, it's like they scattered. Like, you know, like bing and bing. It was a scattering effect. But I initially saw somebody just standing here at the end of the hall. And that's what caught
Sort of brought us here, yeah.
That's what brought me to this part of the house to start the intro. Number one, the painting's interesting.
It is.
But I saw somebody standing down here, and then they darted away. Yeah. And then I saw somebody else peer around the corner and kind of look at me, which I found kind of odd, to say the least. I don't feel inherently threatened by anything just yet, but there's a lot of energy that's kind of keeping distant from me. So I'm trying to sort them all out. I feel that there is some sensitives in the home, some latent ability, and some psychokinetic issues. I think that a stressful moment or event or something triggering caused energy to launch out of one or more of the people that live in this home. And it's almost taking on its own sentience, its own intelligence. It's impacting the space, it's moving things, it's touching things.
You're describing a poltergeist.
I don't think it's gone full poltergeist yet.
No.
I think it's like a quasi, like it's still semi-dependent on the living. I think it recedes when there's like a calm, there's stages of calm, but then something will happen with someone and then it'll amp back up because of something inside one of the living agents. Their energy will impact the space again. I think it's cyclical almost. There are some protective spirits here that seem interested in balancing out the energy of the home and helping, because it's a loving space, and our clients are lovely and happy and got a really good energy, although probably a lot of extra energy that's probably bubbling out. But it's almost going through the generations, like it's generational. I think this ability is running through a lot of people in the family, and I'm just sensing a lot of different factors at play, and there's actually something attached to the land, I think, that is part of it, but not as big of a deal as I was initially worried about. Like it's part of the situation, but not really all of the situation. There's something here that's coming out of the living, and there's also some energy that just wants attention and acknowledgement, and they're getting a little too forceful. I think I just figured something out.
Yeah?
So you know the thing that I do when I'm really, really stressed and I'm like accidentally astral traveling when I'm awake.
Yeah.
And we've heard my voice come through devices. You've heard my voice in your home.
By location.
When I was bilocating, when I basically had an energy stuck to me.
Yeah.
And I was trying to reboot myself, and I couldn't quite reboot myself until I went to go see Sierra. Somebody in this house needs to go see Sierra and get fixed, because I think there's a bilocation issue.
Interesting.
Because all of a sudden it just popped in my soul of like, it reminded me so much of what I went through when I was having a little energy balance issue. And one time with Sierra, and I was like, I feel better. So it was definitely advantageous to do that. So we really want to get answers. We want to get complete answers. We want to get some understanding of what's happening in the space and make this place right for our client. There are two souls that I feel that are slightly stepping forward that feel a little just easier to deal with. Their actual like deceased humans. They're not like psychokinetic or poltergeisty or anything like that. There's a very elderly female that keeps like literally, I think she keeps checking all the rooms and like checking everyone and like tucking people in and like fixing and checking people. She's quite elderly, 80s, 90s maybe. She's much older. And just very like, just let me make sure everyone's all right. Very in everyone's business. Kind of a little tightwad on some stuff too. She's a little picky. And then there's a male that seems to want to. He says, "I want to make things better. I want to make things better for people. I want to do better. I want to make things better." He's, I can't breathe on that. It hurts. He's maybe in his 60s, give or take. But my God, he is just like the most. Yeah, dude. This is the one that was bothering me before we even got here. The one that like ran up on me was so boisterous and was just like, ha! I'm like, Christ on a cracker, man. He's a very bold, dynamic, but good soul. A real like deep down, yes, wild but good. A good heart, caring energy. Ow. Yeah. Oh, my back hurts with him too. A lot of pain. He's, I think it's brown hair. I see sort of like some brown. I'd like to kind of work on him a little bit more because he seems to have something to say. So maybe he'll kind of tell me what's going on here and give me some clues. Oh, but man, my chest hurts a lot. I can't breathe, and I'm feeling a lot of pain right in here. A lot of discomfort, and very tight. Like my breathing feels tight with him as well. So we're gonna figure out these people. We're gonna figure out how to help our client restore balance in her home, and to live in peace and harmony with the energy. It's clear that this is going to be a maintenance type of case where she's going to have to do maintenance because when there are gifted people in the house, maintenance is key. Maintenance is very important to keep the energy flowing properly, and sometimes that can be a lot of different layers, whether that's going to get Reiki, whether it's doing yoga or Tai Chi or meditation. When you're dealing with people with sensitivities or abilities, you've got to maintain the vessel. Otherwise, you're just going to keep launching energy and also attracting dead people to the space. So, I don't feel anything totally scary yet, except for I'm wondering, like, I keep getting drawn like something. Yeah. I'm going to find something in here, and I don't quite know what it is.
Shall we go in there and
So
find
yeah,
out?
I think we should. Very, very base level. Does anything make sense to you yet?
A little bit, yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, quite a few things.
Okay. Okay. So once I finish with the walkthrough, then you can validate anything.
Yeah.
Because once we do meters and stuff, that's just to pick up on what I've picked up and what you're going to tell us you've experienced.
Well, what I was thinking is that was just the intro.
That's just the intro.
That's just the intro? I'm like, damn, sitting here.
That's just us getting I shouldn't say that. That's Melissa getting the feel of the house.
Yeah.
I sit and absorb the whole energy and I try to interpret what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Let us walk.
Yeah, I'll let you do your thing, so I won't talk, because I talk too much.
You're tempted to say things. Guys, careful, there's a step down. Ow! My back hurts in here. Ow.
The little elderly person likes to hang out here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The elderly lady probably comes in here a little bit, but this really hurts. This is quite painful in my back. Ah! God, it hurts. Oh, yeah.
This is like her space.
Doesn't that just have a vibration to it?
That's really pretty.
I don't know where it came from. It's got quite the vibration.
It's very beautiful.
My back is killing me in here. It's like a really intense pain.
It's a clock too.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's an old clock laying there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I should probably be.
That's got energy.
Does anything work in technology land today?
No.
It's a little glitchy.
I'm having glitchy issues, man. Glitchy
We're
issues.
the victims of our own technology.
Sometimes.
I was just trying to document. That is John behind me, not a dead person. Okay, that's. So I feel like I'm gonna have somebody behind me. I really do. It's a lot of sharp pain. This is just like having a lot of very random pains, in all kinds of places, and it's really difficult for me to like articulate and even deal with. Sleep feels kind of sometimes really, really great, and other times I feel like something runs into the bed. I feel like the living would just be like startled and then just go back to sleep. Like, what was that? Throat pain in here is hard though. That's hard.
I
Yeah.
saw something moving here.
Well,
In both of these side rooms, they seem to be a little bit active.
It went this way. Oh, shit. The forest
Careful,
is over
John.
here.
You okay?
Yeah, I went over here. Just like the room did this.
Yeah, I
Wow.
felt a little heavy
Yeah.
in there.
oh my. Oh. This is almost like a terror, like a night. Feels like a night terror type of energy. I feel very.
Cool out there.
I feel restricted. I almost feel physically restricted.
Back hurts in here.
Came out of the closet. Oh. Oh. Feels a little dizzy. We're gonna want to take some meters right around in here
All right.
because it feels a little dizzying right here. Like I feel very off
I
kilter.
concur, and it kind of bleeds outward into this area as well.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I think.
Anybody else feel like the room tilted on you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
a
why
little,
I kind of.
yeah, a little bit. That's a
little bit wonky.
little bit more swirly and tilty, and yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Not so much.
I'm just gonna open doors and
Hello?
Hello?
Ooh. Ah, shit.
Ooh, Ashi?
You okay?
Oh, something just went by me.
Really?
So I think that was the ghost dog.
Okay, the ghost dog. There was a tall ghost dog.
Oh wow, could have been one of the dead people.
It was.
You know,
It got me like right about here.
Oh.
Oh, the lights is cool.
There is a family, something attached to the land that somehow interacts with this space that they don't realize there's a house. I don't know if it's residual or what it is, but it's, I see like a father and I see two kids, that are just somehow, I don't know where they're coming from. But it's like a younger father and a couple of children that are, one of them appears to be about 5 and the other appears to be about 8.
Land-based.
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, that's intense.
What makes you say it's land-based, John?
Hold on a second.
Just what he feels.
Yeah.
It just feels that way, you know. It just.
Okay, it might have been one of you guys.
Oh, reflection possibly. The energy in this space is very driven and intense. I actually have a little bit of a headache in there too. It's a very intense energy. Is this door open or am I retarded?
Push.
Both,
I don't wanna.
both can be true.
Somebody punched it in.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's locked.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, that.
We'll have to ask about
Let's
that.
ask about that.
Well, you got punched in, that's for sure. I had a headache. When we were on the way here, I had a headache.
Do we want to take a break then?
It was getting closer.
I'll just film you taking a snack. Mm-hmm. Want to go ahead and break?
I just needed to eat a little something. I felt a little woozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one room with the lights on the wall was very, such an intense energy. The other one, I felt a lot of fear energy, and a little bit of sadness. But I'd like to know what's in that other room, and I'm gonna need to be able to smudge it. I mean, I'm wondering if that's probably the garage. Yeah, that would be the garage.
There's an oven in there too.
Oh, don't need to go in the garage.
Somebody else have a great one.
I'm feeling a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, you really felt it in here. That's true.
Moving in the hallway.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
The hallway is.
The hallway's active.
Very
It
active
is.
hallway, you know.
I feel like you'd be, watching, like watching something over here, and then there would be some kind of like clatter or, oh, it's the dog, oh, it's the cat, like you'd be sitting and watching, and then like a shadow will go by, like there'd be like movement, or maybe you'll even see something for a split second in the mirror. It's very fleeting sometimes. But this feels so haunting.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to quantify it. I can bless it.
The mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels, I feel like interesting energy off of it.
It's the frame.
It feels like, I don't know, it talks to me. What do you think? I know you see them.
That's funny, I got that at Lowe's.
It doesn't feel like an antique, it just feels like almost like an opening.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it was the timing when I got it or something.
it could be the timing and the energy in the house at the time I absorbed it, because I'd like to bless it, because it feels a little weird. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
This one room seems to be inaccessible, unless I'm not smart enough to know how to open the door.
No, actually, yeah, my son is in there, and he works at like 5 in the morning.
Oh.
So, but, I'll leave it at that, and then we'll talk about it.
Alright, that's fine. So what we
It's gonna
might
be
do,
very hard
like
with
when
blessing.
when we smudge, we might leave you with follow-up instructions to hit that one room after he leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I have hit it.
it's lovely that he's skeptical, but and that he's working, and that's also very good for him. But if I don't do a thorough cleansing, everything's going to go into his room.
I did mention that the whole house needed to be, but
Yeah, it's going to end up all in his room, and maybe he probably
he's 20,
he
so
won't sleep well. That's fine. That's
we'll talk.
yeah. Ooh, that's her pain.
That's what I'm getting at.
I'm
I'm trying
ha-
to sit down over here.
I'm having a lot of
Really?
I'm having a lot of physical pain coming from there.
Yeah.
Like, I feel weird.
I
Like
got a headache.
my whole body hurts.
Right.
Yeah, we both felt the headache
Oh,
I still
yeah,
have it. I still.
in a couple of
I
spaces.
got it halfway
As
over.
they were coming here, I got us because I was picking stuff up.
Yeah.
And as I got closer,
About halfway here,
oh
like-
shit, I'm going, oh, there's that.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's kind of intense.
So like they can tell you're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
Interestingly enough, yes.
They do know that ghost hunters are coming. They didn't even have to say anything, they'll figure it out.
boy, pretty much.
Yeah.
The male spirit really seems concerned about him. He's like, man, if I could just take him out, we could just go out, we could get away from everything, we could go out in nature, we could just we could work this out. We could just hang out. Just relax. Some trees, some air, some sunshine. Like he feels like if he could just drag him out to nature somewhere, that he could.
Is he the one with, does he have brown hair?
The brown hair is
This one has
a
brown?
gentleman, yeah,
Okay.
that I feel is
Okay.
trying to like,
Makes a difference.
is trying to like, he wants to help everybody. He just kind of, this guy is just like, he's so boisterous. His energy is just larger than life. It's a very bold, it feels a bold energy to it. His hair is definitely, I keep seeing the brown hair. Show me a little more. Can you show me just a little bit more? God, I don't want to feel all the pains though.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel the pains either.
It's all right. I mean, it's part of the
It's
job.
what she does.
But, yeah, I keep getting hit in all these different places, but it's like literally all the way from here, all the way back is hurting. I'm having.
Is that something
It's usually something.
interesting that's right here?
It's just where I'm feeling the pain.
Yeah, but
and I don't know why, because it's what I'm feeling while I'm entering the energy field of that spirit.
Sure.
So it could be
okay.
related to something they felt at one time in their life. It
Yeah.
could have had something related to their passing. It could be a multitude of things.
Mhm.
But they make me, because I'm an empathic medium, so
Mhm.
I will feel things from the dead. And so they'll just show me different pictures and they'll make me feel different things all over my body, and I get to just soak it all in and try to perceive it. So I just give you all the raw organic stuff, and then you get to play connect the dots with it. That's how this works. Because it's sometimes hard for me to interpret what all of it actually means.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
He has, but it's kind of interesting. He's very bold and he's got some, he's very expressive. I almost see like a wildness about him, just literally, he's like almost a wilderness type of man, energy. But then he flashes me. He's like, but look, when I was younger, I got clean cut clothes. And he started bragging about it. I'm like, I believe you. You look fine. You look fine both ways. He's like,
Well, there's some of the wanders around outside right here. Maybe that's the guy. The wilderness guy.
there's a second man. Yeah, there's a whole second man that I have to deal with.
He likes to hang out in this.
And he's
Outside
coming.
Outside the window?
He's coming from. There's a man that
Yeah,
seems
no, he just hangs out outside.
younger than this one that I'm feeling,
Okay.
and he has 2 children with him, and I think he came with the land.
Yeah, because that was
He's a whole nother, he's not part of your equation, but I feel his energy with his kids. He's got 2 children, and I think they died quite a long time ago.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
But the older, slightly older gentleman, he's just, pains, wide open pains.
Yeah.
I mean, he's nailing me back right here. It's like, it literally
There.
just keeps, my ribs hurt. My rib cage hurts, and my rib cage is sore. And when the gallbladder and then the liver, it all hurts right in here. It just hurts. And I don't know which spirit it's actually coming from. That's the most annoying part. But this guy, he's got this very smart, pragmatic vibration about him as well, and he's good at doing things. He seems to be good with his hands, and he has this very clean cut, hair's short, looks nice vibe, but then he's got this I'm the mountain man vibe, and I'm like, what is with the dichotomy with this man? But he's just saying, well, no, look, it just what makes me special. Okay, you are special. And he seems to be very protective of the space and of the people in the space, and protective of everybody in the family, protective of the animals. And then the older lady, she's just very meticulously just trying to make sure everything's where it belongs and everyone's where it has everything they need. And but she's just a
The older lady seemed familiar?
kind of ish. I wasn't sure. She seemed like it could be a generation or 2 back. That can happen, but
Yeah.
she's just this cute little old lady, and she's just puttering around your damn house. But she seems to belong.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
Yeah.
I have a great grandfather in my house that died 3 years before I was born. he just wants to be there, so whatever, I mean, he can be there. So, you know, our soul web is so much more connected than we realize sometimes. And so you could have 3 or 4 generations of loving, happy, dead people wandering in your space.
Yeah.
So,
Is that room bothering you? That you can't go in?
well, not that much, just, I keep feeling people, I just keep feeling people behind me. A lot of noise. The footsteps down the hall, it's just a lot of noise in this space. What is he so angry about? What is he so angry about? He seems so disappointed with something. With himself? I don't know. There's something that seems to be bothering his soul. It's really affecting him. It's almost like this profound sense of loss and rejection, and then it is turned into like it's festering. He's not dealing, he's not talking about his feelings. So it's, you know, when you bottle stuff up, it gets real compacted. It feels like layers upon layers upon layers of compaction in his heart. His whole heart chakra is blocked off. Shit, there's some holy water on him next time you see him. Feel better.
Yeah.
Because he seems very unhappy. That makes me sad. It's not irreversible, but
That's good.
you know, he's got sucked into that dark space.
Yeah. He's 20.
It's like a lot of self-loathing and general loathing and almost self-destructive behaviors, choices that are not advantageous. I'd put it that way. The next room over, that energy is a very driven, focused, intense, go get 'em type of energy. And then the far end of the hall feels fearful and a little sad, and also it's like something restricted somebody in their sleep. I feel restricted, but that might have been a nightmare or a night terror or something to that effect.
Okay, that's interesting.
And it may have been something that they weren't even fully cognizant of, because if it came in the form of a dream, it might have just been a bad dream.
You just let me know when I can.
I believe, is your room the one on that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that one, I saw the old lady in again. I also felt like something ran into the bed. Like the spirits are just wandering around your room and running.
She likes to hang around in that.
Yeah, that little
mirror
like
is, and
alcove,
yeah,
that was
Oh.
like, because
That's
that
right.
little brown mirror thing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the clock,
Yeah.
both of those felt vibrating. So, you know, either way we're smudging all of it. So all
Yeah,
of this
no,
would
but-
come down to baseline, but it felt it had a vibration to it.
Okay, remind me until I got that too.
Because it really felt like something was connected to it some way, shape, or form. I just couldn't quite get a full
Okay.
bead on it.
That's
But
interesting. Okay.
I felt disturbed in my sleep in that space. Like I felt like sleep would be up and down. Like sometimes you'd sleep like a dead to the world, like a rock, and then other times you just wake up at like a random time. You're like, what the hell's going on? And then you go back to sleep. That it's this kind of back and forth energy in that space. So, and the living room feels okay, but except for the fact that you would get glimmers of things, you would maybe quickly look and think you saw something or hear it or heard something, and then, you know, this kind of back and forth with it. And the kitchen, I just hear more movement. Just more movement in this space. That's
Probably
not
cooking.
That's not the animals. It's somebody that's walking around in here.
Beautiful kitchen, by the way.
They're probably cooking.
And I'm getting hit in this part of the body again. So somebody's clearly got something wrong with this part of the body. It's killing me. And then this hip is also really not good. This hip is hurting quite a bit right here.
You're describing to me, because everything
Well, good, I'm empathing you.
pointed to was exactly where I'm hurting.
Well, great. I feel everybody's pain. That's my job now. Just absorb everyone. Yay for me.
Have you gone in the garage yet?
Not
I
yet.
have not. We looked out there and I was like, oh, wait for that. Yeah, I mean, we may as well. Go ahead
Okay.
and
It's hot in here.
turn on the
It
light
is hot.
and we'll take a look. See if we feel any fun. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
well, don't die, John.
That's my job.
Well, when it's really hot in there, but also I just am curious about.
I think I'm investigating me soon. I'll make it haunt you guys.
Oh.
It's over
It's
here.
it's
Over
cut.
there.
Look
Yeah,
at the
right there.
it's right there.
It's a crawl space.
I'm gonna have to bless
It's always
that.
the crawl space.
I'll bless it.
Where's the
You know what though? I feel like energetically I can at least debunk some things. I think some of the sounds they're hearing are natural.
Yeah.
I think there's some
Creaking,
animal.
house
I feel like
creaking.
there might be some animal activity.
Could that old guy you described being a miner?
No, he seems to be related to the family though.
This was
The
more
gentleman in
Yeah,
the
there's one over
60s.
here. An old gold miner lives here.
Oh, maybe
Wow.
maybe he mind. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so, John.
I mean, well, hell, people still
You
go
never
pan.
know.
People will go pan now. The guy I saw
That is an
was
interesting sign, though.
he
so-
was very nature based. He has a very naturey vibe. I feel weird out here
Okay.
Yeah, it's
and hot. So
Yeah, it's very
kinda-
stuffy and hot, for sure.
That little crawl space opening over that side of the garage felt unnecessary.
maybe.
The crawl space in this corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a little odd. And I felt claustrophobic and weird in there. My energy felt trapped and weird. I also was told by one of the souls that some of the sounds are actually natural animal-based sounds. They're not paranormal. The spirit said, yes, there's plenty of paranormal happening here. It's a paranormal palooza. But one of the souls was saying, but don't worry, not everything is paranormal. Some stuff is okay. So they were like trying to soothe me and like calm me a little bit. And they're like, hey, just relax. Everything, it's all right. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out together. Like,
That's nice.
very encouraging souls. So they're like, come on, we can do it. I'm like, okay.
Go team.
All right. But yeah, there's a lot of energy in your space. A lot of energy. And the preponderance of energy, I think, is impacting different members of the house in different ways. Some people are not coping well with it, like at all. So there's a major coping mechanism issue. And the sad thing is if you have more than one sensitive in the house, I can't make this house paranormal free. I can turn down the volume.
Yeah.
I can make it from blasting loud concert level 20 to, maybe level 3 where you guys, it's like a little background
Right.
stuff. I mean, but maintenance is going to be really, really important. It's kind of what I'm feeling so far, but we still have a lot of exploring to do. And just for the record of the film, that is not a demon, that is a doggy, which is good. It means the dog's happy and comfortable. We're no longer foreign.
Generally speaking to our viewers, if you hear a sound like that on one of our videos and we're not freaking out, then it's probably okay.
Yes, true. Quite true. So, do you want to maybe have a seat in the living room and then sort of have a debriefing? Okay, so we'll take a quick break and then
Yeah.